Here we are. Close game review. The man was right.
They call me Mystic Mac because I can predict these things.
DankFather with your man, Master Bruce CB. Here recapping the New York Knicks loss in Game 6. But more pertinent is the firing of Tom Thibodeau. Oh, baby. But before we get into it, I want to play a snippet from February 10th, 2022 from Master Bruce CB.
What's the title of that video?
Knicks need to fire Tom Thibodeau if he doesn't play Reddish, maybe regardless. Here we go. Here's an excerpt from that.
That's the bonus. That should have been the Knicks making that deal. That should have been the Knicks for Randall. But
That's
we didn't
tough.
make the trade. You know, I'm not saying I'm just completely, angry we kept Randall. I'm just angry that one, we didn't draft Tyrese Halliburton over Obi Toppin. I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. And Tyrese Halliburton not having. If we could have added him to our team, a 6'5", pass-first, defensive-minded player, that's what the Knicks could have used at point guard. That's what we could have used.
We'd be champions already.
That was just an excerpt. That was a small portion. I'm gonna leave the link
in the bio.
The link in the description.
In the description.
So you can go back and watch the full thing. That's a crazy. Again, if you've been watching the videos, go back, Master Bruce CB. I put it in Knicks therapy. That's what I call it. This is Knicks therapy. That's why this is literally why I started making Knicks content. It wasn't to get rich, even though if there's some sponsor out there, we're listening. But the reason, it's because I've been telling the world what's happening.
Listen, we've been doing this since we were kids, man. We've been fixing the Knicks problems since we've been children. It's ridiculous, bro.
It's really sad. Tom Thibodeau, everybody's asking me, am I angry that we fired Tom Thibodeau? Absolutely not. I love Tom Thibodeau. I always respect. It's similar to Julius Randle, if you really think about it. It's similar to Julius Randle. They came at a time where we were in the dumps still. We were still the trash bag over your head Knicks. We were still the laughing stock of the league. Nobody wants to do business with us. Type team. Julius Randle came. Did it come same year? Or did? Yeah, they. No, he played.
Was
yeah,
on the Fizdale one time.
Yeah. So Julius Randle comes first, and then Tom Thibodeau decides to come to a team that again, Julius Randle was the best player in that team. And he brought us a respectability and even beyond that. So I give him a lot of credit. But the thing about Tom Thibodeau, he'll make your ceiling your floor is very high. Whereas you beat the teams you're supposed to beat. You always be a respectable team. You always be in contention. But he can't bust through the ceiling. He can't break through the ceiling.
He's a defensive coach at best.
You got players
assistant defensive coach. You're a defensive coordinator. Let's just round it up to that. I'll
give him some credit for allowing more offensive flexibility.
Freedom. Complete offensive freedom.
But too much.
It's too much.
That's a fact. That's too much freedom. Our biggest gripes with the Knicks have been no continuity, no real offensive game plan. Just guys rolling out the ball saying, who's hot today? Who's ever hot? That's who the game is playing.
Brunson, then play basketball.
And it hurts. You can't win like that. I don't know what was going on with StreamYard. It wasn't letting me adjust the picture. But Tyrese Halliburton, we picked Obi Toppin over him. And that completely altered the course of our franchise.
It's a couple picks like that. Because there was a New York Knicks scout that had his eye on Kevin Knox. He should have had his eye on SGA.
That's heart-wrenching. So right now we're looking at a finals led by two players that should both be New York Knickerbockers.
Knicks had the chance to select both players.
Wouldn't have to make any trades. Wouldn't have to do anything. Could have had homegrown talent in New York City. It hurts.
Sad day, man. Sad
it hurts. But then again, if he would have drafted them, Tom Thibodeau probably wouldn't have played them. So,
Was he the coach back then?
Well, he wasn't, but I'm just saying, like, in the event, just to tie it back to Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
The fact that let's pull up the stats from Game 6. The fact that DeLon Wright, and there's no disrespect to DeLon Wright. No disrespect. The fact that he played over Tyler Kolek is criminal.
The fact that he played, period, was a shock.
Landry Shamet, shout out to Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet came up big.
He came in and did a couple big things.
Nah, he played well. Gave us a big spark in the one game we did win.
But see, they were pretty effective coming off the bench, just dry. So just imagine if they would have had a rhythm.
And no game, and there's really no game plan for them because the tape, they're just guys you're not really game planning for. So you just look at it, just okay, whatever you bring. Listen, Mikal Bridges took 9 shots in a winner-go-home game in the Eastern Conference Finals. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. Landry Shamet took 7.
How many shots did Brunson take? How many shots did Cat take?
Brunson took 8 of 18. Towns was 8 of 19. It was Towns of 8 was 8 of 19. So right there, OG took 18 shots. The shot distribution, besides Bridges, I'm really not mad at. Bridges only taking 9 shots. That's you gotta come to the party. But you could argue, see, this is why I think firing Tom Thibodeau was such a smart move. Because it's basically revamping our team without making a trade.
Yeah.
So even if we decide to run it back, which I'm not completely opposed to it, especially if we add some pieces. We're gonna add I'm sure somebody in a veteran minimum, something like that. So make a small deal, small trade, maybe even just expand the rotation.
Yeah. Solid bench player.
So I mean, so if we're able to do that, I'm not opposed to that. But again, when you fire Tom Thibodeau, it allows a complete different offensive identity, and that's what we need right now. Jalen Brunson has put up some amazing stats, some things that only rival Michael Jordan and later some of the greats. But I mean, I said stats. I didn't say impact. I said stats.
Yeah, man. It's a great day, man, because like you said, I can see the offense changing now. This Brunson bring the ball down and go straight into a back down, post up, turn around, jump shot. That's ridiculous. Now there could be more ball movement. Hopefully they get a strong voice in there. And
so I'm looking at, not to cut you off, the Johnny Bryant Jr. That's who I feel like for us to fire Tom Thibodeau so swiftly, I think it's because we were trying to swoop in to get Johnny Bryant Jr. before he signs with the Suns. Yeah,
he became a finalist with the Suns. That probably was announced maybe a day or two ago.
So I think that had a big thing to do with it, because really, who would be his successor? Because again, you of course, all these years I screamed to fire him. I don't necessarily have a ready available
replacement.
Yeah, so
I mean, everybody been calling for Tibbs' head, and everybody been wanting Johnny Bryant to
supersede him,
to eventually take over that role. Especially when the Donovan Mitchell talks was going on. Developed Mitchell in Utah. So that's when those talks were heavy. And even up to, I want to say, was he there last year or the year before that? Was it 23?
No, he just left us last year to go to the Cavs. Yeah,
so the last couple of years, it's been heavily mentioned that, they want Johnny Bryant's the next guy to step up. So it's interesting to see that headline go off a couple days ago, and then Thibs get relieved of his job, which I've been calling for. Follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. DankFather. I've been calling this for years. Hashtag for the greater good. You fired Thibs and you're bringing a real superstar. As the great, was it Bon Jovi said? Oh, we're halfway there.
I mean, listen.
Good news, man.
I'm with you. I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. Like I said, Tom Thibodeau, a lot of respect for what you did. Similar with Julius Randle, but the future is now. So you say you bring in a star. You want to bring in Kevin Durant. I'm not so. Depending on what we have to give up.
Exactly.
Depending on what we have to give up. Exactly. But I still don't really want to invest in KD. He hasn't ended the season healthy since when?
That's a good point. Kevin Durant's on that list. And I would like champion Giannis.
No. Giannis is who I want, but that's I'm torn because
far-fetched, yeah.
I think it's far-fetched, and I think I think it would be a little slap in the face if we traded Cat. Even though that's business.
That'd be stupid.
That's saying
stupid.
Business is business, but I don't think that would be a smart deal.
It would be a smart move. Cat's younger.
I see it.
Cat's younger.
210 tone.
But yeah, bro. Giannis,
it's putting them together that would make us
dangerous.
Yeah.
Those three guys at the helm. That's what would bring me back on board, and I'll be 100% fully invested in the orange and blue again.
So I'm looking at his games played, and I got to put a little more. Kevin Durant.
All right.
So last year he played 62. Year before that, 75. Really shocking. I didn't realize that.
Listen, man.
But the year before that, he played 47. And then
which year was that he played 47?
22-23.
Okay. 23-24, he played 75 games?
He played 75 games.
And last year he played 60-some games?
62. Year before that, Phoenix. 55. Year before that, 35.
Gotta play hardball.
That's what I'm saying. So
if you steal Johnny Bryant away from Phoenix, do you trade Kevin Durant to him?
You think because it's dirty business. They're gonna take the Rockets.
They drive up the asking price.
Honestly, I think the Rockets have the best deal for Kevin Durant anyway. So I think we just need to focus on Giannis.
But then
again, they got the best. Yeah. Really, we're just being Giannis. The Rockets have the best deal for anybody right now. If they're willing to blow it up, if the Rockets are willing to blow it up, they have the most assets to trade anyone. So, I guess we can just keep it a bean.
Yeah.
However, people want proven talent in this league. Proven talent in this league. So again, an OG Anunoby, it's not a scrub.
Yeah.
And Mikal Bridges, even though again I've said a lot of, he's sure.
But them away from this team
exactly is completely different.
They're completely different. Them on Milwaukee, no Dame. You put a solid point guard around them, there's a possibility to fight for a playoff berth. And then I was saying throw Mitchell Robinson in the deal.
For sure.
Now everybody's going crazy because Mitchell saved us. He was one of the most important pieces. Listen, we've been telling y'all that for years. We've been telling you Mitchell Robinson's the most important piece to this championship thing for years. All right.
Him being healthy would have, so many.
Him being healthy at this point right here just showed you how valuable he is.
Exactly.
Now, do you go in the next season taking the chance? Hell no.
Yeah,
you trade him now. The value is high. You get rid of him because if he come back in next year, he has a history of getting hurt in the off seasons, if I'm not mistaken. So trade him now and make it happen. We got a comment from Two-Tone.
That Boogie. I think
I really do need one more piece. They ain't been saying it all year. Listen, brother.
I think he's valuable enough that a team would want him. I mean, that the Milwaukee would want him in a deal, because again, he was a starter. The only thing that pushed him to the bench was injury.
Injury, word.
You know what I'm saying? If he would have started the season healthy, Josh Hart would have came off the bench.
That's a fact.
So and remember, going into the season, what was my biggest gripe with the team is the fact that Josh Hart was playing the 4.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So when you play a team with size, and again, he couldn't have owed Siakam. And really, that's kind of more on OG, but still. I'm shocked that Mikal Bridges really let me down against the Pacers.
I thought he was gonna be better all year. I ain't even gonna lie.
Not even all year, but just specifically versus the Pacers after beating the Celtics
the first headline was he was changing the shooting form.
Man,
that wasn't a good sign, bro. That was a horrible sign.
He only took 9 shots.
That's crazy,
in a game for the season.
But this coming back to Thibs being fired. Now I can see them running it back without making a move. Just to try the new style of play, you know what I mean?
Real quick, I don't know if you realize, he's eligible for a 4-year 156.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Do you offer it to him?
No. Nah.
What do you offer him then?
Half of it?
175? 75?
It's the same money, less years.
I say.
So what is it? If he doesn't take the extension, he walks next year or something like that?
I don't think he just necessarily has to take the extension. I think you can still negotiate, but you know what I'm saying? That's just what he's eligible for.
Yeah. I'm only extending him if we're moving him.
No, see, that's where I think he becomes valuable. Because if for another team, say the Milwaukee Bucks, say the Spurs, say something like that.
Yeah.
If we give him a 5-year 156 or 4-year 156, he's not going nowhere for 4 years at least.
Yeah.
So for their nucleus, for wherever that move they're trying to do at that moment, that window, they know for sure they can count him in it. So I can see Mikal Bridges getting moved. But see, I want to say we still have 5 draft picks the next 4 years.
28. I was just playing with the trade machine the other day.
So I mean,
think we got 30 and 28. No, 26 first rounder and a 38, and I think it's a 28 as well with a swap with the Nets. So I don't know if they'll be able to trade that one or not. But yeah, I was checking all of this out the other day because something's got to go down.
Those trades are still. I mean, those picks are still tradable. It's just whenever they get traded to the team now.
So it's 3 picks: the 26, 28, and 30.
That's all we got.
And a couple second rounders, yeah.
And that's all we got till 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty barren.
Listen, man.
That's pretty barren.
Milwaukee. They can take them.
I don't know if you can not have first round picks for 5 years.
What was the deal Boston and Clippers did? Wasn't it? It was one deal where they had like 6 first round picks, and it was like all of them was about a year or 2 apart. I don't remember what deal that was. I want to say it was a Doc Rivers and the Clippers deal.
Well, I know they for sure gave him a first. Wasn't it 2 firsts for him?
2 firsts?
I know at least was 1.
I thought it was a couple firsts. We'll have to go back and look at it.
But the Knicks definitely have to keep Jalen Brunson, and they have to keep Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, those are the two important pieces.
Those are 2 untouchables.
Everything else can get
like
filled
I said, Mikal, OG. I mean, a Giannis move. But the East is still open, though. Granted, the 76ers, I know that sounds random to bring up the 76ers, but them coming back healthy with a top pick, they could be somebody, to formable. The Celtics with losing Tatum. I don't think he's going to play next year. So
Tatum, yeah, no, I don't think Tatum's playing. So, all right, the picks is 26 round one, a 26 round one via Washington, 28 round one, Brooklyn holds rights to swap, and the 2030 round one. So that's like 4 of them.
okay. I mean, hey. So yeah, 4 out of 5 years we got a first. So again, we can give them 3. Give them 3.
If you get a championship, it's worth it.
Give them 3.
If you just get one out of it.
Get them 3. They probably gonna want OG over Mikal.
Give them both.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give them both away. Just to make it even sweeter, like, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. I'll sell it to them that way. Y'all can be competitive, or there's going to be teams contending that want those pieces. You can get your I don't really know if there's people in the front office selling people dreams like that.
Yeah.
But that's how I'll be coming off. Those are 2 good assets. You can go in the next season.
Again, under contract.
Try it and be competitive. If you're not competitive,
yeah,
there's going to be teams contending that's going to need those pieces. That's going to be desperate to get those pieces and think that they're that close, and they'll just give up anything to get those pieces. That's how I'd be selling it to them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. And then when you look back at it, like I said, they're both assets that don't hurt you. No off the field issues, defensive, good team guys. They can blend into any locker room, presumably. So,
and then on the flip of that, if they get the right offensive mind and coaching here, those are 2 20-point per game scores easily. Along with Brunson and Cat.
So that's why, yeah. So that
just depends on however they want to look at it and however they want to go about it.
Yeah, because going for Giannis, obviously that's going for the big swing, and I just anytime there's a player of that caliber,
I just thought about something. It's the last time a superstar left Milwaukee and came to New York. What happened? In all sports, not just in basketball. In football, first drive, what happened?
Hey, man, listen. I told you about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, God.
I told you about Aaron Rodgers. We got to get into that. But I don't think, like I said,
Start the prayer circles. Let's not.
I don't think that Giannis will do anything other than be Giannis wherever he goes. I think he's going to be a big piece. Is this going to be tough to see what team? Again, the Rockets are the only team they're the only team that Toronto got some. Yeah,
Toronto got the young bodies, and they probably most likely got the picks to. Oh man! And then they got Masai Ujiri.
What if OKC trades him?
That'd be insane.
But real quick, talk about it. It's crazy that the Dallas Mavericks with Cooper Flag. What do you think about that?
Damn, bro, that was just that was a prize for losing Luka.
It's hard to believe the NBA isn't, but see, stuff like that never happens for the Knicks.
Exactly.
We never stumble across. Oh, you traded away a generational European international talent. Still
having a generational talent on your team, acquiring another generational talent,
top 75. And then we're gonna go ahead and give it a number 1 overall draft pick with a 11% chance, 1.8% chance.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Do the Mavericks try to package that and get Giannis?
I don't think so because
they got Lively. They got a couple other attractive pieces over there that Milwaukee wouldn't mind probably having.
I'm not sure because when I look at the Mavericks, especially after what they just did, I don't think they're making any major trades anytime soon. Like they kind of gotta You know what I mean? I think anytime any move they make will probably be an ancillary move that just kind of tightens things up, or like fills a specific need more than just making another blockbuster trade. Especially like I said, but Kyrie Irving is he projected to come back next year?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's tough.
What if they just make the move and then it's AD and it's Giannis until Kyrie comes back? I've heard the Spurs flirting with that number 2 pick and willing to trade it for Giannis as well.
I'll tell you right now.
I know Boogie, you love to hear that one.
If I was the San Antonio Spurs, I would definitely consider that. Because what Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, those other two that are really like the top. Wait about the Ace Bailey? They come out saying that
probably get Johnson, Vassell. You see that they were get Castle.
They were saying
the other guy.
How tall is Ace Bailey?
They had him listed at 6'9", but he's 6'7" from the combine.
Yeah, that's a big difference. But
yeah, that's a big difference.
Now you're for sure 3.
Yeah.
Instead of a tweener.
Yeah.
And then again, it's Dylan Harper. I saw him at the McDonald's All-American game. He was an NBA player in that McDonald's All-American game. When I tell you right now, he's gonna be All-Star in the NBA. 100%. Dylan Harper for sure. I don't know though. If I had a chance to put Giannis, but then again, you gotta look at it too. Well, they already got Castle.
That's what I'm saying.
They already got Castle.
They got pieces to give.
Well, now if I give you number 2, I'm not giving you Castle 2. I'm not giving you number 2 overall or whatever. What they got the number 2 overall pick?
So it'll be the 2. But for Giannis though,
man, I don't got.
They got other pieces.
That's what I'm.
They got other pieces.
Number
Johnson, Vassell.
Because that's what you're trading for the future. Now, granted, you're not getting Cooper Flag, but you're still, you know what I'm saying? You're still getting the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
Like that's the meat and potato. Plus, I'm sure I'm going to give you other picks in the future as well.
Yeah. And other young talent. So it's however they want to handle it. We gave up Castle. We lose Fox. He wanted to play with him.
Oh yeah, De'Aaron Fox. I forgot they had De'Aaron Fox.
Darren Hood, salute. Thibs is out of here, brother.
Yeah, because it killed. But then again, what if they trade De'Aaron Fox? I mean, it would.
I think he's that point guard moving forward.
Well, what's Castle? Castle not a point.
They got to play those two together. They can't.
Well, I'm not. No. For sure. I'm like, for sure, with a talent like De'Aaron Fox, he's going Shohan and Keldon. Man.
You need Sohan because he's the garbage guy. He's the utility guy.
Devin Vassell.
Vassell and Johnson, I think those guys still got value.
But Keldon Johnson wasn't even starting last year.
I think those guys still got
value. He averaged 12 last year. 12 and 4.8 on 48% shooting.
And then don't they got the 14th pick too?
They do. So that's what I'm saying. If you're willing to give up everything this year, you give me both first, the second and 14, plus the Keldon, and then you throw in Vessel, Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
Maybe one more next year.
Yeah.
Then that's real. That's substance.
Fox, Giannis, Wemby. That sounds dangerous. I ain't even gonna lie.
And then again, the people that's gonna come to want to play with him, Chris Paul still on the team.
That's what I say about the Knicks as well. If they could get Giannis, people are gonna want to come play with Brunson and them and stuff like that. You feel me? So I just, man, it's tough, man. Shout out Leon Rose, cause Brunson the other day, they asked him and he's like, what? He was like talked to the reporter like he was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And people were saying like Brunson's not gonna sign off on that. You've been telling me he's not that type of guy.
Yeah, I was saying too that Brunson wouldn't sign off it. I mean, again, could he? Is it possible that he would be sly enough to say something like that in public and go behind the scenes and say and then sign off on it? Maybe, but one or two things are true. Either the Knicks said, "Hey, man, you play basketball, we make basketball decisions," which kind of they already showed that by trading DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
So the fact that they traded DiVincenzo, they already were kind of saying, "Hey, man, you play, you shoot the hoops."
And they went and got Bridges though, so it's kind of just like
it was. So
maybe that was like maybe last year we did it your way, now we're doing it our way. You feel me? So it could be a little bit of that. Did you see what Deuce said?
Yeah, I can't quite remember what it was, but yes, saying that. What he
basically saying this series exposed a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And when you say that again, that goes back to coaching.
That's a fact.
That goes back to coaching.
Really interesting. Leon Rose, man, they always say his family and his
this is
CAA. But I don't think Thibs is done with the Knicks, man. I think they're just moving him into a different position.
Yeah. And the only way that happens if he can't get a coaching job somewhere. If somebody will pay him to be the head coach, he's leaving.
Like a consultant, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. yeah, right.
He was the president in Minnesota.
And what, boy? I mean, so again, when I look at the Knicks, looking at the roster, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, Miles McBride. Yeah, Miles McBride, Tyler Kolek, Cameron Payne, DeLon Wright, Peter Tucker, Landry Shamet, Marjon Beauchamp, the guy on 2K, you always end up on my team. Precious Achiuwa, Kevin McCullough Jr. He's an interesting one. That rookie last year, he was hurt. He was hurt most of the season, and then the pick on day that I know I said his name wrong. Yeah. We got some guys on the bench that if we were to trade a Josh Hart or Mikal or OG, something like that he would be a big, like, we have other pieces. But honestly, I kind of think this might even be the year Deuce McBride gets traded. Because now that I think about it, his contract about to come up to where we're not going to be able to pay him.
100-something?
Yeah. Somebody's going to pay him. Somebody's going to pay Miles. Let's see. Yeah, nah, he's out of here. Because there's no way. He's got one more year.
Who was the weak link in the Nova group? Boogie. Maybe you say Josh Hart.
I kind of feel like you must have said DiVincenzo if that's
see, he was the highest draft. No, Mikal Bridges wasn't it?
8.
Was that same draft though?
Was it 8? He got drafted 8?
Yeah, something like that.
Deuce McBride, 4. It's crazy that when we signed him on that deal, I knew that was crazy. Oh snap! It's only the second year of it. Wow. So we got him 2 more years at 4.3, then 3.9.
Young talent and a couple picks to possibly move, bro.
And bird rights if we do end up re-signing them. Now we got
go for Giannis. DiVincenzo, okay.
Yeah, DiVincenzo, I wouldn't say. I mean, he's a man. You could argue he's a better basketball player than Josh Hart. I would rather have DiVincenzo than Josh Hart. I mean, I know
gave Josh Hart too much power on his team.
Gave him listen, Josh Hart literally every game makes a just ridiculously foolish pass. We're just there it goes. There it goes. The commit. And then Mikal Bridges was on that too. I'm talking just foolish. Just turn over.
Where's the Villanova continuity at?
Every now and then they'll come with a play, but just not enough to justify it in any way, shape, or form.
The NBA, man, take that NCAA shot of here.
Yeah, now they need to
play through Cat. Cat should be the top dog next season. And everybody else.
If we can get Giannis and keep either Mikal or OG,
that'd be a blessing,
man.
See, knowing what we know in the Knicks history, they're gonna bleed them for everything they got. They're gonna suck them dry. Pause.
But see, here's the thing: if we give you OG and Mikal, then the picks is only like 2. It may be even no picks.
Yeah,
because that's fam. It sucks that neither one made an all-star, but they're both borderline.
They're borderline. They're right there.
2 borderline
That's
all-stars.
what the Knicks should take advantage of. Ball hogging
and that's what I'm saying. It's that's what leaves me so torn when I really think about the Knicks, because we are right there. We are right there, and we really there's no reason we should have lost to the Pacers. In my heart of hearts,
top 6 players, the Knicks have 4 of them.
In my heart of hearts, do I think we would have beat the OKC Thunder?
Absolutely not.
Probably not. And would that pain have hurt even more? Probably. So it is what it is. But the Knicks, if we have the talent to win a championship, there's enough talent. You're talking 2 All-NBA players and 2 other borderline All-Stars. You're throwing in another Defensive Player of the Year candidate, potentially, not to mention the 2 guys that are borderline All-Stars or Defensive Player of the Year candidates. Like that's Josh Hart is in the scrub, even though again he plays like it a lot of times. But when Josh Hart, again, the game we won, Josh Hart played.
It's a strong 6, man. It's a strong,
and you can push it easily to 8 with Precious Achiuwa and Coley, and then a potentially 9 with Dated, and then Kevin McCullough Jr. again. That's a sneaky.
Shamet gives you shooting.
I would like to see Larry Nance Shamet back, especially if it's on a vet minimum.
He showed he wasn't kind of scared in the moment.
Nah, he showed he.
Shout out Tyler Kolek, 3 assists in 2 minutes. Yeah. Did you see the generational pass that he gave? Come on, man. You can't teach that. You can't teach that.
And that guy wasn't playing. He wasn't playing when we needed offensive production. We needed flow. We needed rhythm.
Yep.
This is why Tom Thibodeau doesn't have a job today.
Yep.
He got a pocket full of cash because the contract guaranteed. So listen, his pocket's chubby.
They're good, brother. Go and run the turkey and get your top of your head fixed up.
I'll be honest with you, the run the players in the ground, that is shout out to Rasul Thomas. The thing about that, I don't necessarily think that's what it was. That wasn't my gripe.
It didn't bite them this year.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, we had the #1 medical staff that won the award.
It didn't bite them this year.
What hurt is the rotations. It wasn't the fact that he played, because again, when you have 4 players that talented, you can stagger their minutes. You can have one guy play again in a 7-game series. You should be able. Again, I'm on my couch watching it. You should be able to stagger. Okay, if this game I'm gonna have Brunson play the 48 minutes. Next game I'm gonna have OG. You can mix and match it, and then that's where the bench comes in. The young talent comes in through the course of the series. You're giving them different looks because you're interchanging the pieces. You're interchanging how you're attacking them. Like, come on. It doesn't make any. It doesn't. Like I said, that's why he's fired, and that's why I've been calling him for a job. No disrespect. Again, he's done great things for the Knicks.
He's done great things in the league period, man.
In the league period, he's a champion as well.
You brought out Derrick Rose.
He's a champion as well.
Oh, no, you were a part of Derrick Rose.
He definitely got. You're right, Russell Thomas.
Did you think in Minnesota?
He got out coached.
Great defensive wizard. Those late 2010s when he was on Boston staff.
Win the championship.
Yeah, so he did what he's supposed to do. He's one of those coaches that can line it up for you, and then you get rid of him and bring another guy in, and he can finish the job. Wayne Casey.
That's why I hope. Listen, Mark Jackson. If we could, I guess.
Man, I like Mark Jackson. We need some of that godly spirit in that cursed place.
Hey,
need some Bibles through. Sage that place out.
Amen.
Or Mark Jackson would be great, man.
And I hope. He's been away for what?
I wish Jason Kidd was available.
What's it been 9 years? 2000. What was his last? No, I'm
14.
Yeah. So
11.
Wait, what was his last year coaching?
14.
2000.
They lost that first round series.
Yeah, we know Mark Jackson is blackballed. This tough.
Man, make a splash.
James Dolan, you want to listen? We got to bring a championship to New York, man. It has to happen. I think Jalen Brunson he's shown that he does have the ability to lead a team, but he has to be able to make others better. That's the one thing. He's already not great defensively, so
it shouldn't be that hard to make these guys.
But what's unfortunate is how much the ball hopped and skipped when he checked out the game. That's the part that's the most frustrating, because we see that we have it in our repertoire.
As a small guard.
We see. Shout out Rasul Thomas for the subscription. We appreciate you, player. But that's ridiculous.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. Look, as a small guard, when you got tall, athletic players on your team, bro, you create opportunities for them. There's no reason OG and Bridges should be standing in the corner waiting for the play to get broken, and then they gotta make a decision at the last second. This should be sets ran for them. This should be even buckets where his dead plays were at the free throw. Like, yo, we're gonna get the rebound. I want you to sprint hard.
Yeah, just take it. Yeah, just take it.
Throwing it to you.
Just take it.
Come on, he's not. I don't think he's installing the confidence in his guys. Like I said, I'm gonna lay my hat on it. These guys, all four of them should be averaging 20 points per game. And I don't think that's far-fetched of saying.
Yeah.
I don't think that's far-fetched of saying.
No, especially with the free throw line. Because again, 20 points. Come on, man.
They should have 4 All-Stars.
Yeah.
They might be in the store for that.
Again, with the
right coach in the right places, style, they could come in and be the number one team.
And that's what makes me flirt and want to say, do we trust Mitchell Robinson? Because again, if we keep those core 4, where do we trade Mitchell Robinson for what position? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we trade him for?
Yeah.
Like, now again, because now I'll be honest, if I was on 2K and I had this team, I would be seeing what the league would give me for Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, and maybe a first.
Yeah.
And see if I could add another bench scorer, maybe another, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. But see, again, we need a backup big. So like, if we trade Mitchell Robinson, now we need a backup big. Yeah. We don't really have one in the woodworks. We gave away Sims for pennies. Hacaperto, we don't really give him minutes. I mean, I don't know what his contract situation is. So So it's like we get rid of Mitchell Robinson.
There's no development plan.
Yeah,
we need to fire Rick Brunson. Also change Brunson game. Yo, you're talking beautiful right now. Thanks for subscribing, brother. You're talking beautiful right now.
Listen, Rick Brunson. Well, see, Rick Brunson was the one a lot of times that was that was pulling Tibbs back. Was like, hey, yo, you got to put these guys in.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, I heard something. What if he becomes the next coach?
Oh, I never even thought. Listen, I didn't even consider that. No, Rick can't be the coach.
Why not? His family, it's the mom.
Nah,
it's Leon Rose.
Nah, that's too deep.
What did DiVincenzo say?
Won't you run it? You run so bad, won't you run it? Hey, listen. I wouldn't be shocked if he got interviewed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not crazy. Because I would imagine he's one of the longest tenured coaches on the staff. You know what I mean? So nah, but making him that's kind of crazy that you said, because I never that didn't even cross my mind. That's amazing to think. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't put it past him.
He was second in command. What happens when you fire your first guy? Promotion second in command.
But it was not mid-season. If we were mid-season, then I would kind of get it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes,
now I feel you. Maybe he's saying he should have subbed Hyperpurtle for Mitchell Robinson, but he had to get Hart, and Hart had to be the first guy off the bench, or he would have cried about it. Not saying it wouldn't have been deservedly so, but there's no way that at that point chemistry would have been effective, affected.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the first guy off the bench, that wouldn't have looked good for anybody. So I kind of dig that. But the Knicks, man, it's
my evil plan is almost complete.
Nah, listen, and see, look, we both kind of got to win.
Yeah.
You got, I mean, of course they still lost, but it wasn't the sweep or five that you wanted.
The series absolutely cost Thibs his job.
Yeah. Well, again, the way you mismanaged game one.
Yeah.
The way you're up, bro. You're up 9 with 52 seconds, 12 with 52 seconds.
You think that was really a mismanagement on him, though? Or that was more on the players?
Did we have timeouts left? Did we have you know what I mean? I would have to go back. Well, man, I'll be honest.
Just one man that just went crazy and killed you.
So, and you know who has a lot of blame? Josh Hart. Go back and watch some of the.
Let's pull it up.
I don't understand. I'm not watching. I don't understand not closing out and chopping your. I learned that at night.
I could have swore OG was on 3 of those plays. I ain't even gonna lie.
He made 7. So even if
I'm talking about in the last.
Yeah, he made 7.
7 in the last
in the fourth quarter,
bro.
I
could have swore it was like 5.
He made 8. He made 8 for the game. 7 in the fourth.
All right, I'm about to pull it up right now.
Let it be known that it's angled to where I can't see it because I'm not watching that. So they just call up the defender on the shots or who was screened.
All right, 113.98, 4:49 left. Comes off. Wait, let me see. Halliburton brings the ball down. They run a little. He runs a screen, and Thomas comes off a screen. That one was Brunson. That one was Brunson. The next one was a pick and roll with Obi Toppin, Bridges, and Cat. He lured Cat to sleep and daggered him.
Man.
Pause that. So that's 116-102. That made it 116-105. The next one, Halliburton's pulling up. Screen with Shepherd. Shepherd drives, ditches it. That was on Brunson. So that's 2 on Brunson. Wait, hold on. Nah, that wasn't really on Brunson. Oh, yeah, it was on Brunson. He got lost in transition. Nah, it wasn't really on Brunson. It was Cat. Cat got lost in transition. Brunson was guarding Shepherd at first. He got screened. Yep, that was on Cat. Brunson tried to save it. So that's 119-111.
And already,
121-112. This one was OG. He almost got an and one on that. That made it 121-115. This next one is OG again. It was a screen and roll, and Siakam kind of froze Cat.
We're at 5. That's 5 right there.
That's OG again, and then the next one is the Josh Hart slip for sure.
But again, of course, the last one's not the one that loses the game, but it's the one that loses the game. Break down on your feet. Are you an idiot? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But again, that's 7-3. He's probably he's never gonna do that ever again in his life. That's amazing. But of course, it had to happen first.
Franchise, bro. These real superstars to break this type of this curse. Crazy. Crazy, man.
Yeah, I think that might be for tonight, man. I lost the team. What's your final thoughts, man?
Yo, man. Right step in the good step in the right direction. Yo, man, go bring me Giannis, man. And I'm back on board, man. Let's get this thing started back up. But even if they don't bring Giannis on board, I think they could get a strong coach and they change up the style of play and get the ball out of Brunson's hands and use Bridges and Anunoby and use Cat the proper way. They'll be straight. I think they'll be straight if they do those things.
Yeah, and I agree. I think this move definitely could be the move that we make instead of being overly aggressive via trade. But I could also see us being overly aggressive via trade, signing, trading Mikal Bridges. Especially again that 4-year 154. I think that's really attractive to other teams. I can see us packaging Mitchell Robinson, but then again, we would need a backup. So what if we sign Naz Reid? Then if makes the moves and they end up getting him as a backup. But I don't know if he would want to be a backup again. He might want to be a starter. I don't know if I'll be opposed to that, honestly. Him and Cat starting.
Yeah.
He's the.
That don't sound too bad.
Especially since that's the new age basketball where, bigs that can shoot, dribble, move around. Is he? What's his defensive? I don't know.
Giannis, bro.
I mean, I definitely want Giannis.
Bring me Giannis, bro. Bring me Giannis.
I want to play the Madison Square Garden.
Let's not have a repeat of the last superstar from Milwaukee came to New York and it happened. Let's hope he took the sacrifice.
Yeah.
And this thing works out the proper way.
Where can they find you, my brother?
DankFather 420 on Instagram, DankFather on X. Come see the greatness I'm spewing on X.
And if you
trust me, it's for the greater good. We're halfway there. It's about to go down.
And if you need some hot clothing.
Or Prestige Collection, Galleria Mall, prestigecollection.com. Tap in. Got all the top drip. Oh, you already know.
And you can find myself in the show, Master Bruce CB, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, just Master Bruce Instagram. Don't hold us like you don't know. Send it to a buddy. We appreciate you.